Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Muttama Shloke Bhaktirabhavati Naishtaki. Vendraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 27th chapter, titled as Understanding the Material Nature. Kapila Dev is instructing to Mata Devahuti about the illusion, how the living entity under the illusion starts thinking that I am this body, I am the proprietor, I am the enjoyer, I am the master. So Kapila Dev is saying that if we do bhakti, if we hear Krishna Katha, if we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Krishna Nama, then it awakens us to our original identity, which is we are always servant of Krishna. We are part and parcel of Krishna. And a devotee who is completely merged in Krishna's service, even though he appears to be part of the material world, he is not part of material world. Even though devotee is in this body, externally appears like a normal ordinary person, but internally he is completely detached from material attachments. So here, Kapila Dev is further explaining to Mata Devahuti. Manyamanastadatmanam
Manyamanastadatmanam
Anashto Nashtavan Vrisha
Anashto Nashtavan Vrisha
Nashte Ahankaranine Drashta
Naste Hankaranane Drishta
Nashtavitta Ivatura.
Nashtavitta Ivatura.
So here we can see that Nashta, Nashta, Nashta. Nashta means
Loss.
destruction, lost. So what is Kapil Dev saying? The living entity can vividly feel his existence as a seer. But because of the disappearance of ego during the state of deep sleep, he falsely takes himself to be lost. Like a man who has lost his fortune and feels distress thinking himself to be lost. So here Kapila Dev is explaining about a condition of living entity when one is lost in this material world. He forgets his identity. We all are lost, right? Lost means you feel like
Clueless.
you don't remember what's clueless. Yeah, you just don't remember what's going on, don't understand what's going on here. We all are lost in this material world. How? We are moving from one place to another, but I don't know where we am going, right? You go from one door to another door, one street to another street, one city to another city, one country to another, one birth to another birth. But where are you going, man? Do you know? That is called as lost, right? So living entity is completely lost in this material world because of thinking that I am this body, and then everything is lost. It doesn't make sense, right? So false ego. The pain problem is that thinking that you are the body, then you get lost. As soon as you understand, oh, I am not this body, I am here to serve Krishna. No matter what life am I am a human, I have to serve Krishna. I am an animal, I have to serve Krishna. I am here all the time. Whether I am poor or rich does not matter, because ultimate purpose is to serve Krishna. That is the very important part. But somehow or other we are lost. Prabhupada ji is explaining this. Only in ignorance does a living entity thinks that he is lost. When you are in ignorance, then you are lost. But as soon as you are awakened to the real identity, oh, wake up, man, you are not lost. If by attainment of knowledge he comes to the real position of eternal existence, he knows that he is not lost. Because Krishna as Paramatma is there in our heart and he is there to guide us. When we have somebody like, child, when a child has a parent with him or her, then the child is never lost. You right? But as soon as the child leaves the company of the parent, child is lost. Right? Similarly, when Atma is there with Paramatma, which is in their heart, when we are connected, we are not lost. Because Paramatma will guide us. But when we have no attachment to Paramatma, no connection with Paramatma in your heart, then we are
Lost.
lost. So when we chant Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. So we are connected with Krishna, with Paramatma in our heart, then we are not lost when we are connected with Krishna. Right? An appropriate example is mentioned here, Nasta Vitta Ivaturaha. A person who has lost a great sum of money may think that he is lost, but actually is not lost. Only money is lost. Right? But due to his absorption in the money or identification with the money, he thinks that
He's lost.
he's lost. I lost everything, they say. What lost everything? Lost little bit of money here and there. It's okay, right? Sometimes it happens in the life. People take away the money, plunder your money, cheat you. You don't have to get disappointed with that. Similarly, when we falsely identify with the matter as our field of activities, we think that we are lost, although we are
Not.
not lost. As soon as the person is awakened to the pure knowledge of understanding that he is eternal servant of the Lord, his real position is revived. So as soon as we are connected through bhakti to Krishna, then we become awakened to our real identity. Then we are not lost. Otherwise, we are lost. A living entity can never be lost. When one forgets his identity in deep sleep, he becomes absorbed in dreams and may think himself a different person or may think himself to be
Lost.
lost. So, in the deep sleep, sometimes one is shouting, save me, save me, save me. Why? Because in the sleep, he might have a tiger in front of him, or a lion in front of him, or maybe a fire happening, or somebody running behind him to hit him. So then he starts shouting in the dream, save me, save me, save me. And then as soon as you wake up, oh my gosh, this is a dream. It's not real. Right? But in the dream, you are lost. You feel like you are that. As soon as you are awakened, you are not lost now. Now you are in the real position. Right? Similarly, as soon as a guru awakens you through the knowledge, oh, wake up, man. You are not this body. You are spirit soul. You are here to identify your purpose. Our real purpose is not to make some money and eat and sleep and die. Everybody is behind the money. People think that their identity is with money, but that is not. Whole world is for economic development. But the economic development will not last forever. There will be a time when there will be a big earthquake and all these big buildings will collapse. Right? When there is a hurricane, all the houses, big palatial houses. Somebody was mentioning yesterday that a famous personality in America has a house and his square feet of house, how much? 76,000 square feet house. Right? So what's the use of these things, right? And when the wind comes, when the earthquake comes, the 76,000 square feet house will be burned to ashes. Right? So this is the real position that we are not here. The Mayavadi philosophers' concept of becoming one with Supreme Lord is another symptom of being lost in the false ego. One may falsely claim that he is Supreme Lord, but actually he is not. This is the last snare of Maya's influence upon living entity. To think oneself equal to the Lord or think oneself to be the Supreme Lord himself is also due to false ego. So this false ego, ahankara, vimuhudatma, kartaham iti manyate. And the false ego, sometimes these Mayavadi philosophers, They say that they are the God. That is not good. Actually, God is Paramasatya is Krishna. Ishvara Paramasatya Sachitananda Vigraha. When we understand this, that I am the living entity, I am the part and parcel of Krishna, my eternal purpose is to serve Krishna. Now, how can you serve Krishna? So, you can serve Krishna in two ways. One is by doing bhakti process, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Archanam, Pada Sevanam, Atma Nivedanam, Sakyam, Dasyam, all these 9 processes of Navada Bhakti, you can serve Krishna under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. Now, some people, they are philanthropists, they are activists, they try to serve society. You can do that. It's actually, that is also another way you can serve Krishna. But while doing that, one has to think that I'm able to do it just because Krishna allowed me to do it. When you're serving some poor person, somebody needs the help and you help him out, you give them a food or shelter or water, whatever you want to give. If you give that person, but by doing that, you think that you are able to do this just because of Krishna has given you energy. So all credit give to Krishna. So they say Manav Seva is the
Madhav Seva.
Madhav Seva. That is true, probably provided you keep God in the center. If you think that you are doing it, then that is not Madhav Seva, that is your personal Seva. So you do bhakti, and while bhakti you can distribute food, then you distribute Krishna Prasadam rather than distributing food. If you want to make somebody happy, bring them to Krishna Katha, Kirtan, spread Krishna consciousness as much as possible. Right? That is the way you can serve Krishna. So we'll pause here, we'll continue next time. Srimad Bhagavatam.